We actually have announcements this week, so here we go. We'd like to congratulate Gabe Haynes and Hunter Connor as they advance to stay. A round of applause. Thank you very much. Woo! Also, if you haven't already heard, our boys and girls bowling teams have qualified for state bowling tournament next week. Another round of applause, please. Yeah, woohoo! And finally, Mr. Knoll just wants to tell us that there will be the next game night, Tuesday, February 20th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Round of applause for that!
Go game night!
So, let's watch this week's episode.
Hello and welcome to this week's segment of LMCSD News. This week I've gone down to Miss Noble's 7th period art portfolio class to talk about some of the awesome stuff they're making. What are you doing? Just tell me what you're doing.
I'm painting.
Well, what are you painting?
I'm painting a woman.
Blue Diamond from Seaton University.
Yeah, ask Isaac, he knows.
Yeah. Okay, Kayla, what's your favorite part about this class?
The freedom of doing whatever you want with art.
So what are you doing for your ceiling tile, Bella?
A galaxy.
Cool. Awesome. And you're doing a zebra.
Yeah.
What is your project right now? What is this?
Which one? I have three. Okay, this one is my Native American wedding jug, made of clay. It cracked and I'm sad. Like, right there.
Okay, what's your favorite part about art portfolio?
That we can do whatever we want and there's no limitation except our own imagination.
Art Portfolio is a really awesome class for people who love art because you kind of just get to do what you want. You have set deadlines for certain assignments, but those art projects can be anything you want and you can work with anything you want, which is really cool. There are some really fantastic artists in this class and I love seeing the different art that everyone makes. Thank you for watching this segment of LMCSD News and I hope to see you next week for more.
What? Oh, hi. Oh, those other segments are just so boring. I fell asleep. What are we doing? Oh, no.
I didn't know.
Come on!
I'm coming.
We're gonna have some fun today. Welcome to Clay's Question Corner, where a lot of bad things have fallen upon me, and I'm here with a box of Bean Boozled jelly beans, and a person that kept bugging me to be on the show for a whole week until I put her on. So we are going to be answering questions, but for every question, we eat a jelly bean. Now, it could be a good jelly bean, could be a bad jelly bean, but it's always a jelly bean, and they always have what? Jelly bean. Let's just get on to it.
Okay.
Okay, how about I answer the question,
Okay.
and if you like the answer, then you have to eat the jelly bean, but if you don't like the answer, I have to eat the jelly bean.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, who are you going to prom with?
Oh, I've heard
Oh,
about this.
my wonderful wife Mallory, of course.
Yep.
You know.
I like this answer. I'll
Yeah.
take one for the team.
Oh.
Ooh.
So,
many.
oh, you got two of each.
Or she will
No.
take many for the team.
Okay, so it's either moldy cheese or caramel corn. I think both of those are terrible jelly bean flavors, so you get to go.
Caramel corn.
Caramel corn.
Definitely means prom.
We need to get the trash can. Get the trash can over here
Please.
so we can spit it out. Okay, now you answer a question.
Okay. This is a cool one. Okay. What the heck is a spaghetti?
What the heck is a spaghetti? A spaghetti is somebody a toucher. Somebody a toucher of my spaghetti. This is either
Skunk spray?
skunk spray or black licorice.
Which is both terrible.
Licorice or skunk spray? Corrigan or nah?
Yes.
Yes.
That is my only answer.
Booger or juicy pear?
Oh boy.
What if you put the two together, you get a juicy booger?
I'm leaving. I don't want to be here anymore.
Blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Oh, this is very interesting.
the fitness gram paper.
What is your fave food and where do you like to eat it at?
Her favorite food are these Bean Boozled jelly beans.
My favorite food is the
And I
Whopper.
like
I
to
love to
eat
eat it
them.
at Wendy's.
In Miss Noble's room.
Yeah.
It's sticky socks or tutti frutti.
Stinky socks. I got a good one.
Hate when that happens. Who is your... Oh, what is your definition of love? Me.
Excuse me, I'm married.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Eat the freaking jelly bean. Thanks for watching Clay's Question Corner, starring this beautiful ray of sunshine. If you like a question, make sure you put it in the box. We'll answer them. I'll answer them as soon as possible because she's done. So, yeah. Thanks all for watching, and make sure you put your questions in the box. There was 20 minutes of this footage of me and Aaron doing this, and I have to cut it down to 3 minutes because, you know, we gotta have other shows in here, and I know that makes people mad, but I'm gonna upload all of the uncut footage to my own YouTube channel, Clay Guyberson. Here's my beautiful logo right there. And if you'd like to see the supercut of every single Clay's Question Corner episode ever, make sure that you go over to that channel too, and you can check it out for yourself. So, yeah, do it. You'll enjoy it.
Throughout time, humans have been searching for answers to questions that have plagued the human mind since the first thought. After millennia of searching, these questions will finally be answered. This is the definitive decision. Water, a substance needed for all of life. A substance capable of making things wet. A fish, an animal that has always lived in water. Because of always being in the water, the question arises, are fish wet in water? This may sound crazy to some people, but the theory goes that since fish are always in water, they are never dry, a human concept created from living on land. Because they are never dry, fish can't be what we call wet, since being wet is usually a short-term state for things that are originally dry, or so the argument goes. This question is a lot deeper than originally seems, and to answer it we'll have to take a deep dive into how we see the world. What this really is a question on how the world should be viewed, or from the perspective of the fish in this circumstance. As a human being, it makes sense that we look at the definition of wet, cover to saturate with water or another liquid, look at a fish, and proclaim that the fish is wet. But from a fish's point of view, it may not be. The concepts of wet and dry just don't exist. As human beings, we have reached a point that other species can't reach. We have created technologies, societies, and have reached a level of intelligence that animals haven't hit, and we have left our mark on Earth. As humans, we get to describe things the way that we see them. Fish are wet in water. This has been this episode of Definitive Decision. Thanks for watching.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Riley's Reviews. This week, I'll be talking about FIFA 18. FIFA 18 is the first sports game that I've played in a long time that really captures the essence of what it's like to be a player or to be even an audience member of a sport. FIFA 18 does a great job of immersing you and making you actually feel like you're watching a football or a soccer match. The commentary is just enough to be informative and fill in the empty spaces, but it's not annoying and it doesn't impede on your enjoyment of the game.
Harry Kane not shy of taking the opposition on himself, and here he goes.
Look at the manager. He knows that miss might just come back to haunt his team.
Stopped emphatically and just as well. The approach play looked very encouraging.
Different things that can happen throughout a game, like a penalty kick, actually play out like they would in real life.
It's ideal for them to get wide and get crosses in. The referee went straight away, pointing to the spot. Penalty kick.
Oh, was the contact? Did he dive? Love to see the replay.
Well, it's a booking picked up by West Ham.
No, he's just got to be careful now. He needs to stay on his feet for the rest of this game.
See what he was trying to do, Alan, with that slide challenge, but it's definitely a foul.
And after scoring a goal, you get to see your players celebrate just like they would in real life, and each time you score, you can celebrate differently, and it really, again, helps you feel like you're actually watching a match. The gameplay for FIFA 18 itself, it feels fine. The controls aren't terrible, they're actually quite good, and once you learn all of the controls, you can start to pull off some pretty fantastic skill moves and some really good shots. The only problem I have with the gameplay is that the goalkeepers are kind of a joke. The goalkeepers are awful at saving shots, and it's much too easy to score. I really enjoy playing career mode, where you get to train up different players and manage your own team, manage finances, and trade deals. It's really interesting, but at first it can be kind of hard to learn. I also quite enjoy the soundtrack of FIFA 18, and I would go into more depth, but I just don't have time. So, my final score for FIFA 18 is a 9 out of 10. I've really enjoyed this game a lot more than I thought it would, and it actually is surprisingly fun to play, and it keeps me coming back for more.
Do you ever find this happening to you? I just can't find any of the questions on the internet. If only I could find the question box. But Clay is just a big old stupid idiot, and he never brings the question box to my classroom. What am I going to do? Well, introducing the brand new question box sign-up sheet. Now, all you have to do is write in the week you want the box and what teacher's room you want it in, and the box will come straight to you. So just go on over to Miss Noble's room and sign up. Wow, thanks to this brand new question box sign-up sheet, I know exactly where the box is going to be. Now it's in my classroom too. So a round of applause for the episode, yeah.